you ready for me to open it now?
Welcome back to Bioshock Infinite, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bear. Last time we played, we found Chen Lin's equipment in an alternate reality down here in the basement of the Columbia Police Authority. This is another post-commentary, by the way. As I'm joining you in the future, let's open up this tear, baby. Do it.
Well, that did something.
Come on, let's head back to the gunsmith and finish our deal. I aim to be on that airship and well shut of this place for long.
Booker, if the Vox get their weapons, there's going to be a revolution just like Les Miserables. These people are gonna have better lives.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether or not she's concerned about that. She said it as though it was something she didn't want to have happen, but it sounds great, in my opinion, considering the fact that the Vox Populi are pretty bad in their current situation. Well, not the current one, since we've now opened up an alternate reality for them. The Vox are apparently sieging the Columbia Police Authority building, and we found another Voxophone, Miss Daisy Fitzroy.
You ever see a forest at the beginning of a fire? For the first flame, you see them possums and squirrels running through the trees. They know what's coming. But the fat bears with their bellies full of honey, well, you can't hardly wake them up from their comfortable hibernation. We're going to Emporium, and then we gonna see what it takes to rouse them from their slumber.
Daisy's moved these people. Things can change, Booker, and we can be a part of it.
I don't want to be a part of it. Once we get our airship, we'll be well shut of this place.
Despite his better intentions, Booker has found himself quite in the middle of this entire scuffle. And here we see our friends of the Vox Populi. Daisy Fitzroy's propaganda blaring from an airship in the distance. And our Vox Populi armed comrades now with the help of Chen Lin, I'm sure. Fantastic dismount there, young sir, as we find our way off with the burst gun, which actually is not fantastic. We'll come to find out very soon. But we've got a few of our foes we need to deal with, as well as taking out this here turret. We're gonna go boom and take off a face. Always feels good to get those nice clean shots, but we're gonna miss a few there too, embarrassingly enough. Taking down the turret. The Vox Populi have armed themselves well, and those skyline strikes off the hook, man. You can't get any better than that. I love that song, man. I just had to let her sing that out. That was beautiful. Quite the surreal moment here, too, as we're finding a few more of these guys who are unreal.
Look at DeWitt! The hero of the Vox!
What the hell are they talking about?
Look at that poster. In this world, you're a hero.
I remember I led the Vox. Slate and I burned down the Hall of Heroes.
Booker, your nose. You're bleeding.
Hard to think of. Just two memories in the same
Booker,
place.
come back to me. We're going to find Daisy Fitzroy.
And we're getting out of here on the First Lady. Let's go.
Now we've encountered quite the paradigm here as well. It seems Booker was a part of an alternate reality in which he led the Vox Populi in their assault on the Colombian brutality. And he apparently died, but so far so good for us in this world.
Wait, stand for this day! It was he who spoke with one voice of the people. Now is the time to stand true to his rule. Now is the time of faith to fall. To victory! Let the mighty be made known. For the people, for Booker DeWitt and the true voice, we're going to the victory. And we're not just gonna burn it down. Only way to be sure is to pull it up from the root.
So we're gonna burn it down and then we're gonna reconstruct it, it sounds like.
Reflection of America from May till Illinois.
Scottish dance music! Oh, my favorite. Press the button angrily. We sure do like our cozy elevator rides, Elizabeth, don't we?
In this world, you are a martyr.
These folk need a better class of hero. When it comes down to it, the only difference between Comstock and Fitzroy is how you spell the name.
I think there's probably a few other differences. You know, like Fitzroy's a lady and Comstock's a gentleman. Just a couple that come to mind. Little things, though.
I see him!
You don't see me, you liar. You lying bastards. We're out here now with more of our allies, which I thought was quite awesome. We finally have allies, people on our side that aren't trying to actively kill me. But we've got a few different kinds of enemies out here, too. It's quite the team battle. I'm using my burst gun here, which I'm really not a huge fan of, but I do have my sniper rifle as well. I'm trying to take folks out from afar, pop some headshots if at all possible, but this gun, man, just really isn't that good as I try to get up there and no-scope that guy's dome off, but I managed to secure that one as my health is running dangerously low. Needing to get back into cover, and oh my goodness, I was very, very close, but Elizabeth, thank goodness, was there to save my life. Back to full health and full shields. I originally thought that this airship was on my side, but I am very much mistaken. Trying to pierce that guy right through his skull, crack helmet, and there he goes. Pop the headshot, get my ammo back up. Pop this up here. Try to see if there's a way to get up there onto the airship. Looks like there's a freight hook I can zap in with the help of Elizabeth. If I can get the right angle to get her, there we go.
There you go.
Hook on up to that. And jump back down. It doesn't look like there's really anything else up here that I need to be taken care of, though. So I'm going to try to take some angles, get rid of the rest of the guys up in this area. I know I need to use my vigors game. Calm down. Everything's going to be fine. I'm going to pick up a rocket launcher here, see if we can do some damage. I got a rocket sniper combo. That's always helpful in any game situation. Search the toolbox for some more ammunition as well as a few silver eagles. And we're going to see whether or not there's anything lootable on these corpses as well and move right on through. Nothing of particular value here in these vending machines, although I thought I might be able to find some advantages. But,
I found some money. Want it?
Thank you, Elizabeth. Is there any way to... Oh, yes, we open this lever here. Fantastic. Get rid of the obstruction in our way.
Well, I guess we did it. I don't know if I brought us to a world where the Vox had weapons. Or I created one.
Still figuring out the extent of Elizabeth's abilities here as we make our way back into the main area of the city. I almost accidentally blew that guy's head off before I realized, well, first of all, he died anyway, so I guess it didn't make too much of a difference. But they're friends, and I finally learned it looks like the red striped guys of the Vox Populi army, while the other fellows are going to take out that flying Zeppelin machine gun real fast. The other folks are the ones that are decked out in the blue Columbia Police Authority brutality guardsmanship decorum. Take out that turret from a far range. The sniper rifle's actually doing a very, very high amount of damage, especially with that upgrade that I believe we picked up for it. Pop up another headshot there, try to see if there's anybody else I need to take out. Trying to figure out the area in which I'm supposed to go now before realizing that it is Chen Lin's house that I need to be entering into. Of course, we're going to find out what his ill-timed fate was here soon enough as Elizabeth kind of scurries about here too. The Vox Populi taking over the land, trying to go through the factory, but of course that's not an option yet until I learn of what has become of Mr. Chen Lin and his poor decrepit wife. Oh God.
No, this is not what I meant to have happen.
Elizabeth.
They're dead, Booker.
Come on. Let's leave this place. Let's go to the factory and get our airship. This isn't our responsibility. None of it. You just opened a door to this world and we stepped through.
Are you sure, Booker? Did I just bring us to a world where Chenlin was alive? Or did I create it? I told you I always thought that my little trick was a form of wish fulfillment. I got my wish.
Let's blow through the factory door, baby. Or, you know, just like gently weld it.
Brothers and sisters,
I wish to speak plainly. When you look at yourself, you see a face of a person, yes? A human being. But do you know what Fink sees? He sees livestock. He sees...
Fitzroy propaganda is still going on, but we gotta poke off some heads, baby. This is perfect sniper rifle landing zones for me right here as I hide behind some boxes and try to get enemies from afar. I'm gonna miss this shot horribly. Oh, you know what? That's the one I got, but I know there's quite a few embarrassing situations coming up on ahead. A Patriot makes his way out, and I managed to pick him off from afar, actually. Did some heavy damage out here. Elizabeth's got some ammunition for me, always handy. Got some medical kits there just in case I need them, and here's where I start failing miserably. Oh boy, that's embarrassing. We can, oh god, I hit him in the back. He's dead. That's unfortunate. Gonna get up closer just to make things slightly easier for us as we make our way up all the way to Fitz Manufacturing, where we came from originally. Got a rocket automaton there now, or at least some cover to help us out. Missed another shot. Please, please let me kill him. Oh, so many different things obstructing my line of sight. Need to take out these rocket turrets that are their main line of defense right now, which seems to be a pattern lately. There he goes finally, just the one little dude that refused to die. The little Timmy of the British Columbian Air Force, or whatever the hell we're fighting right now. Just need to take out these last little enemies. Some rocket launchers will do that trick just fine, as my friends unfortunately suffer the recoil of my massive explosions. Gonna go kaboom there and take out a couple more just like that. And most of the damage has already been done, but now we've got a much bigger threat to deal with as the gate is still closed. Gotta take care of this guy real quick with his quick melees. And now we encounter something we did not expect.
We all familiar with Mr. Fink's
And oh dear God. Alright, so it's time to run the hell out of that area and make our way across the zip line. We're gonna try to find a way up onto there.
They can't get that door open unless someone takes that airship out.
Sure seems like it, don't it? Try to do some damage with that sexy, sexy skyline shot. Coming back around, I'm gonna find a way to zip on up here, see if we can't get a descending angle on which to try to take down this massive behemoth of an airship. Gonna do a skyline strike! Always freaking effective.
Sabotage the engine and bring this thing down.
Switch out my rocket launcher for a shotgun to deal some close range damage here, as we're gonna make sure that we don't get taken aback by turrets or giant behemoth enemies. Got a few characters in here we need to settle the score with right quickly. That Patriot is doing a hell of a lot of damage though, so I'm just gonna duck back and make sure I don't get taken out too quickly here now. See if we can't pick some enemies off from far. We're gonna go, oh, possession is always a good tool as well. Snipe them from the battlefield, and we're just gonna make them fight each other as well. Get some ammunition too. Sniper rifle ammunition as we fight Ben Franklin. He should not be our enemy, man. I did not want to be worried about Mr. Franklin in a situation like this, but we finally taken out all the enemies inside. Another volley gun, of course, not one of my favorites, as we have the opportunity now to destroy the engine.
Okay, now to get off this thing.
And the most epic line available. That would break his arm. I'm almost entirely sure of that. And I accidentally skyline strike my friend. But it's okay. He was a witness to my resurgence, so I need to take care of him. DeWitt is now the name they're chanting, oddly enough. Find ourselves back in Think Manufacturing. Our friends leading the way. And the windows break down as all of our Vox Populi associates make their way through from the skyhooks. And it's time to break down the doors. Or at least hopefully do so as we progress onward in our revolutionary cause. A few guys are gonna take a couple lickings here from my powerful sniper. The door closes on me, unfortunately. Come back out here, take care of this rocket launching turret, save a few lives in the process. As we come over here and make sure we're not getting flanked. I thought he was an enemy and I almost did the mistake of killing another friend. I really don't know if they trust me anymore with guns. I probably shouldn't be in that situation. Nothing doing in the rocket looting, but I was hoping to try to find maybe some salts as I planned on using some more.
We need to take that elevator up.
New hat! Killing with Devil's Kiss, Shock Jockey, or Bucking Bronco causes effects to chain to nearby enemies.
Office.
Time to get back in another elevator with Miss Elizabeth. And what do we have in store here now? She looks so desolate. Which again is another one of my favorite things of this, is she always reflects the mood so well in her demeanor. It's quite fantastic. And now we're seeing all the efforts of Think Manufacturing. They're in fact the ones that make basically everything Utilitous to us. We've got the Vigors coming out of the assembly line there, as well as Bucking Bronco. We've got the salts being manufactured, as well as the vending machines, which we're very familiar with. The Shock Jockey shock mounts, of course. Elizabeth is not nearly as impressed with it as I am, apparently, but the Columbia Freight is another.
They're just right for each other, aren't they?
Who?
Fitzroy and Comstock.
Not exactly sure how she do that comparison. Turrets being trained to take out the Vox Populi.
Mr. Lin? My God, I was so set on getting to Paris. I didn't really think that...
You couldn't have known this would happen.
I had a role in this catastrophe. If you want to pretend that we're purely innocents in this, then that's your prerogative, but...
Hello? Think?
I saw you die, Booker. Saw it with my own eyes.
Fitzroy. Listen, I got you your guns. I'm here for my airship.
But my Booker DeWitt died for the Vox Populi. You either an imposter or a ghost. My Booker DeWitt was a hero to the cause, a story to tell your children. You just complicate the narrative.
An awkward way to end a phone conversation, and also an awkward way to leave off an episode. Thanks so much for watching here in Bioshock Infinite. Next time, we'll take over Fink Manufacturing with the Vox Populi. My name is Bear. I'll see you then.